Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. We have a new build kicking off here this morning. We have an aging pond here that's the water quality isn't good. There's no filtration on it right now. So we're gonna be taking this out. We're gonna be putting in our 10, 12 foot pondless. There's some impressive natural stone stacked walls and walkways all through here. My understanding is that every one of these rocks came off of the property. Someone spent a lot of time and it looks very nice. It's gonna be a fun build. It's pretty steep grade and I love the environment here. It's woodsy. It's gonna look really good in here. This is one of those that's gonna have incredible water clarity and the moss is gonna love it in here. As you can see, it's already growing everywhere. So this is a fun environment to build in. So let's get started cleaning this thing up. We moved in a triaxle load of dirt and took everything out of here, filled it all in. Now we got a blank slate for construction. I'm thinking the basin is gonna go in here and then we're just gonna kind of wrap this falls up that way. It'd be nice if we can get the top falls to get some viewpoint from the driveway. So maybe something like this, wrapping around here, some pooling areas, a falls here, another pooling area and a falls here. This section now would be nice to put some kind of little seating down in here, some flagstone pieces or something, so that you could come in that walkway and sit here and look at the waterfalls. So there's a lot of potential here. Good morning, day 3 here. Hopefully we can get our plants and mulch and the final edge work and all of that fancy stuff done today. Give you a little bit of a peek at what we're planning here. This is the first falls. I might have to shave this down a bit with the paver saw, but I want a nice sheet falls wrapping around there. I think this is gonna be the tallest falls of the feature. And I like to drop a nice big boulder right behind the falls, create a backdrop, give it some depth and ground the whole feature. I really like that look. Here we're just gonna have a little pool, but it's gonna be really deep and I really neck this down, so there's gonna be a heavy thread of water coming in here. That's gonna make a nice deep gurgling noise and create a little bit of action in this pool. It's not gonna have much of a drop at all, but I'm excited to see how this is gonna turn out. And we have a big pooling area here. He wanted some big pooling areas. These little beach areas like this allow for the birds and wildlife to really, it makes it easy for them to interact with the water. Songbirds in particular don't like really deep pools. It's hard for them to get in, and this creates a gradual deepening area. And I like that look, washed up in there. So bigger pool where he's hoping to get some frogs and toads and stuff moving, and I know he will, especially in this wildlife environment. And here we have the next falls. I really love this eroded look, and I think we're gonna be able to get water coming here as well as over here to fall in on themselves. Water coming two different directions. I really like how that looks. And we also have water different depths. We'll have water breaking back here as well as water breaking front here, and I like how that looks. A little bit of a pooling area here again. This is still in the rough, but we're getting there. And then a little gurgling, this is not much of a drop either. Water, the spillways underneath here, which I love how that's all tucked in underneath there. You won't be able to see that. A little ripple in here, and then a falls down here. My plan with this one was to try to get some visibility from the driveway, which I think it does very nicely. Oh, as I go through this, I just remember I gotta get my lights in here before it's too late. It's the kind of thing I like to do, finish the feature completely and then remember to put in lights. And then I just say, hey Deej, move all that gravel and stuff and put in the lights, right?
Pretty much.
No, if I forget him, I put him in then. Deej did some nice handiwork here and tied this wall that was existing into our feature there. He's still working on that. He may or may not have hacked off some liner that he shouldn't have. Now he needs to do a seam first thing in the morning. Is that true, Deej?
I don't know.
The good thing with Deej is when he screws it up, he knows how to fix it, and he does it himself, which is nice. That's different than me. If I screw it up, Deej has to fix it. So he's just a fixer kind of guy. So yeah, excited to get water coming through this one. Doesn't matter how many times you do this, it's always fun to start a new feature. So let's get rolling. Okay, mission accomplished. We have Eric out here chatting with ladies.
That's what I do best.
Yeah, that's what he does. He can do that. I'll build these. That's more fun. I think it came out really nice. We had all hands on deck here this afternoon to get in the plants and the mulching, the last detail work, the foaming, the edging, and it all came together, and this is quite the before and after. I wish I would have taken a before shot on my phone. I'm sure Deej did for the YouTube channels and stuff, but quite the transformation here. I like the different styles of water. Well, if you follow, you know what I like. I like to get these nice threads, and then right beside it, some stuff that's broken up. This one I really love, this undercut rock. As soon as I saw that rock, I knew that's how I wanted to use it. It's eaten out, and it creates all these cool dripping things down there. And the water coming over here does that 90-degree turn and comes zipping over there. It's all the kind of stuff that I like. The other thing that's cool is, like, this is high pressure eroded rock wall, and then that automatically in a natural stream creates a washed out beach area, which is, you know, kind of what we built. Same thing over here, we'll wash that up, and I love how that ties it in. The other thing that it does, it allows me to use a little bit less boulders, which helps just transition into the grades really nicely. I actually am always trying to use as few rocks as possible. Bigger rocks, less rocks, and it helps lend itself to a natural look. You just want to create these rock ridges where the waterfalls are, and then the rest are just washed out gravel areas and smaller rocks. It's important to keep these stream rocks as low as you can, because we don't want to block any visibility. That's the other thing I'm always thinking about. If they're sitting down there, I don't want to put a tall rock here because it's going to obstruct view to this. And I don't want to put a tall rock there because it's going to obstruct view to that. So you need to be thinking about that when you're building. Where are you going to be sitting? Where's going to be the primary viewing point? And is the rock that I'm putting here going to block that view? So those are some of the things that I thought about when we were designing this. And I'm not disappointed. But like always, each one of these is unique, each one is different, and you're never quite sure what you're gonna see when you start it. And that's why I love doing it. I love the viewing angle from down here, from the seating area. At this point, we just have mulch down in here, but I can see like the flagstone patio going in right here. A couple of benches, some seating. This would be the spot where everyone would hang out. I promise. These are like a magnet. This is where the party happens. Yeah, let me know what you think of this build. If you have any questions or comments, I will read the comments and try to get back to you. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. If you're thinking about getting one of these put into your yard, please check out our website. There's like giant photo galleries, and you can build your own project. You can add a water feature, you can add a patio, outdoor kitchen, play with that, design your own outdoor space to get a feel for, you know, what it's going to cost you. It's super cool. Maybe we can see you in your backyard to help bring your dreams to fruition. Thanks for following along. See you on the next one.